Thanksgiving dinner, my grandmother asked me, what the heck is this Bitcoin stuff anyway, right? And I said to her, do you remember when Visa cards first came out? You were used to paying with cash or with a check, and then a Visa came out. It was this weird payment system that you didn't understand. And she said, yeah, I remember that. I said, well, Bitcoin is just the next evolution of another payment system.
Brace yourself, Nakamoto was the foundation.
What up guys, Nakamoto Crypto here. Bitcoin is currently going insane, sitting at $18,116 as we speak. The Bitcoin bulls are pushing the price of BTC up above $18,000 at the time of this video, but the analysts are still expecting a shallow correction before Bitcoin could hit a new all-time high, just setting a new 2020 high by rallying above 18K for the first time in 3 years. Yesterday, the BTC price rallied at $17,858 after a high volume surge pushed the price through 17,100 all the way up to 17,858. And the analyst was taken up by a storm because they expected that the resistance level was at $17,300. So according to Decent Trader co-founder Fib, the Bitcoin price could continue to march higher in the short term if the key underlying support holds. The popular analyst tweeted that the current PA could still very easily result in a blow-off towards the golden ratio multiplier, which is currently at $19,000 per BTC. So as shown in a weekly chart, Bitcoin is just a hair away from snatching the highs of $19,763, and this all-time high was reached back in December of 2017. And on multiple time frames, the volume profile visible range shows that there is little resistance above 17K. So once we hit 17K, which we did, there's no much resistance level holding us, and that explains the price jump from 17K to $18,116 right now, as nothing held the BTC. Analysts were also expecting that the price of BTC could briefly consolidate in the 17,500 range to the $17,700 as some traders took profits, but still bulls appear to have the intention to push the price higher. To date, Bitcoin has rallied 13% so far since breaking the $16,000 resistance level. Therefore, a period of consolidation to build support for the next leg up is a healthy expectation. As for the fundamentals behind today's price move and the possible outcome for the short term, Matt Blom, the head of global sales trading at EQUOS, said that the market has extended to the upside, breaking above the trend channel, and appears to be entering a blowout phase with a strong bull market to follow. The tendency is to call a top. So for him, the question is, at what point does this rally becomes unsustainable? As BTC stormed through the $17,000 level, there was a lot of talks about whether the price would be rejected near the 2017 highs, or will the price break through that resistance level and rally to a new all-time high. So if we drive the price up to $19,050 this week, then he would expect a pullback down to the $17,000 level. So there is a lot of new money in at the moment, and they have never experienced a Bitcoin retracement. So in the past, Bitcoin has retraced sharp moves, but this time there's one missing ingredient, which is the lack of auto liquidation of leveraged longs. So back in 2017, the rally was driven purely by retail traders and a huge amount of FOMO. But right now in 2020, this rally is different, as this run is being dominated by fear of missing out on the adoption of Bitcoin as a reserve asset. It is also being driven by individuals, corporations, and even nations. The data also shows that increasing volumes in regulated Bitcoin and Ethereum derivative markets is the result of a bigger hand becoming involved with Bitcoin. Blom stated that the fact that the market is now focusing on rallying efforts during the institutional working week is a clear indication that real money has now arrived in crypto, which leads him to believe that the pullback many are expecting may be a shallow one. On the same token, a senior analyst at the US-based financial giant Citibank has penned a report drawing on the similarities between the 1970s gold market and today's Bitcoin market. The entirety of Bitcoin's existence has been characterized by major price swings, and that is exactly the kind of thing that sustains a long-term trend, Thomas Fitzpatrick stated. He is the global head of the company CDFX Technicals Market Insight product, and his report is solely intended for Citibank's institutional clients. The report was first leaked to the cryptocurrency community by a Twitter user named Classic Macro in a tweet on Saturday, noting that Fitzpatrick is a big fan of moon targets. Fitzpatrick pointed to Bitcoin's weekly chart and used technical analysis of prior highs and lows to determine the exact target of $318,000 by December 2021. This kind of technical analysis is of little value. Classic Macro commented in a tweet that there is no edge in guessing targets so far in time with technical analysis. All we know is that the price is likely to continue to go up. The Citibank executive drew on Bitcoin's 2010 and 2011 exceptional move as being very reminiscent of the 1970 gold market. Gold has experienced 50 years of a constricted $20 to $35 price range before a breakout occurred after a change in the fiscal policy by the Nixon administration back in 1971. So a decoupling of gold from fiat currencies, the C-19 pandemic, and the desire of central banks to pursue aggressive quantitative easing policies could lead to future explosive price growth in Bitcoin. So what matters here is the fact that Citibank's clients are now being exposed to Bitcoin mooning all the way up to $318,000. This rally is completely different. The rally back in 2017 was driven by short-term retail investors and just trader speculations. That was a fear of missing out on fiat gains. But this actual rally that we are on will be dominated by the adoption of Bitcoin as a reserve asset by countries, individuals, corporations, and banks, and that alone can push the price of BTC extremely higher than where it is right now. Some are calling for 100k BTC. Some are bold enough to go even beyond in their predictions, and you are looking at $318,000 per BTC by the end of next year. Is that possible? Let us know in the comment section below. Like the video, share, subscribe for some daily crypto content. I have been Mr. Nakamoto Crypto, and I'm out.
Bitcoin under $8,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $5,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin over $10,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $20,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $8,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin under $5,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $10,000.
Buy it.
Bitcoin is over $20,000.
Buy it.
Best performing asset in the last 10 years. True. Look into crypto, we need volunteers. No need to tiptoe, it won't disappear. Do your research, history made it clear.